I'm gonna smoke some weed on camera. Do they care? I don't know these rules. I didn't read the YouTube guidebook thingy. Do you ever read the updates or anything like that?
I gave up reading that shit because they change it every couple of weeks anyway.
I know it's like, what's the fucking point at this point? What's up, everybody? What is what is up? I got Tommy here from the Guinea Collective.
What up?
Oh man, kids in 2023 go by. Shitty toys and a shitty comic. As I
Freaking
opened up these guys from this one, the original packaging, it's completely just It feels like everything's recycled. Everything.
yeah, the packaging on a lot of this shit is just horrible. What they're doing now, it's like they're not even trying at this point.
They know they're gonna lose all the licenses, and they're just gonna be like, "Fuck it, just get what you can at this point." Because I went to Ollie's again today to look for the twins. They didn't have them. All they had was Bray Wyatt toys. I thought about getting some, but I'm like, nah. I mean, I don't watch wrestling at all. So.
Yeah, I used to like watching wrestling a lot, and I just kind of gave up on it. It just I was even watching what Buddy Draven over there watching so many AEW until they started like leaning into the really heavy political shit with every show, and I was like, I can't watch this shit anymore.
I just can't watch it because they look like a bunch of fucking high schoolers.
It's true. Everybody mentions that all the time. What happened to the wrestlers that actually look like superheroes?
If I worked out and I gained 65 pounds of muscle, that would put me at 280.
That's the thing. You don't even need to have muscle now. AEW has that one fat slob, Eddie Kingston.
You never had fucking. All right, when I was little, I saw in my fucking neighborhood at Castview Shopping Center, King Kong Bundy versus Big Van Vader in the parking lot. I grew up in this parking lot, okay? But they set up a ring all fucking day, and it was what was his name? The Undertaker's homie, the Fat Paul, whatever his name is.
Not Paul Bearer.
Yeah, he was the one in charge of King Kong Bundy, and it was crazy because my house was right across the street. You could see in the backyard, and I was a little kid. I was like 7, and Paul Bearer goes, "He'll come over and eat your kids tonight." King Kong Bundy was a big motherfucker, dude. Big, disgusting motherfucker. I don't know if you've ever seen him in person. It looked like a shaved fucking gorilla. Well, him and Vader got into it, and they're in the parking lot. They get out of the fucking ring, and they're fighting. And Vader goes to slam Bundy's head into the pole, and he stops it. And when he stopped it, they pushed so hard, they pushed over a fucking light. Been there forever. It looked like a car hit it. Both of these men weighed over 400 fucking pounds at the time. It came crashing down right next to the fucking audience. And I was like, holy shit. Dude, them motherfuckers are huge. We don't have that nowadays. And I ain't going to turn on wrestling to watch essentially two people that could be my kids, you know, like fucking 100-pound little fuckers fighting. It's like lucha libre, but with midgets. Midget libre.
And you know what? And I respect those guys a lot more. So we were out in Fort Myers, which is the biggest town near us, because we're a small little unincorporated city that I'm in. So we went out there and they had extreme dwarfism wrestling. And you know what? That shit was entertaining as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. That was more entertaining than watching WWE or AEW.
Them fools, it was $67 for some tickets here by my house. Yeah, $67 for one ticket. I was like, I'm not fucking paying that. Although it'd be worth it because I mean, I know them little dudes put everything on it because they're so fucking short and they go at it like two Tasmanian devils. You got a fucked up tooth, fucked up wisdom tooth.
That's one thing I've never really had too many problems with is my teeth.
It grew this way, so they didn't take it out. They took out the tooth in front of it, but that bitch hurts sometimes. And I was like, son of a bitch. They're like, yeah, you can get it done for cosmetic surgery because they got to go in and cut out a long ways like that. Like, no, fuck y'all. So from time to time, I get a little fucked up. I can't close my jaw all the time. That kind of fucking sucks. It's not happened too much this year. But I'm getting to get it. I should have dental next year at my job. I don't know. I don't know how jobs are going to be going next year with everything fucking going to shit too. Fuck, dude.
Well, I know there's a lot of places that because of how bad this economy has hit them, there's more and more places that are talking about folding up. Like I know one of my local grocery stores called Winn-Dixie. They've been struggling for the past few years, and if things don't turn around, they may be folding up. And then once they go, it doesn't leave a lot of good grocery stores left around me with decent prices. Like, yeah, probably the next best place to go shopping for groceries for me would be Target.
Dude, Target's so fucked. Like, I fucking hate Target. I went there to get some. I had gift cards, and I was like, I'll just buy more, like Meta gift cards for my kids' fucking VR. So I go to purchase it, and it goes to purchase it, and then it doesn't purchase. I'm like, motherfucker. And then they're like, well, it works sometimes, it works, and then it doesn't. It's just their shit's always shit. Like, get my fucking money stuck in there, doesn't want to read their gift cards. And their selection on food has got real shitty. Like, they don't have a lot of meat. I don't know about by you, but they have whole sections just missing meat. At two of them I know of. That tells me that it's not going too good when your grocery stores are missing fucking product.
Yeah, I know. Well, a few of them. It wasn't so much the meat section, but there was other stuff where it was just blank spots, and I was like, oh boy, here we go with this shit again. I mean, remember that shit when that shit started with the pandemic crap, and
Dude.
Shelves were empty all over the place.
And then we weren't supposed to talk about it. It's just like something that, it's natural. Oh, bitch. Like, all right, I'm watching that show Evil on Paramount Plus. I don't watch a lot of fucking shows because everything sucks. Everything fucking sucks. But, so, I don't know. Have you checked out Evil yet on Paramount Plus?
I don't have Paramount.
My mother-in-law pays for it, so I'm watching it. And this thing don't want to fucking open. Yeah, that's some evil shit. It's pretty good. This little boy on the one I was just watching, 9-year-old little boy throws his fucking baby sister in the fucking water, and then ends up praying to God. And this guy's like, "Why'd you do it?" Well, you told me to pray to God, so he'll take away the things I don't want. So that's fucked. Little boy was just evil, just fucking evil, and it's a fucked up show. I'm gonna run and get some scissors real quick. Be right back.
Yep. Sitting here hanging out. Decepticon finally crashed past that 1,000 mark. Awesome. So many people that are sitting here on YouTube, they kind of wonder sometimes if they're going to get past the 1,000 mark sometimes. Now, I remember talking to John Talks a while ago, and this was a good long time ago, probably over 4+ years ago. And he said getting past that first 1,000 is difficult to sell. He actually said getting past the first 100 is incredibly difficult, and then getting to 1,000 is just as difficult.
Man, I hit that 1,000 just from December 1st till Christmas Day.
Well, I know my channel, after being suppressed by YouTube for almost 6 months, my sub, even though they said, now this is a funny thing, if you look at the algorithm and everything that they tell you on your channel page, they tell you, oh, this is how many subs you have every month. You're only maybe 7 less than normal. Okay, then what happened to all the other subs that I normally would have? Where are they going? Into the nether? Now, what's going on? Strange dog comic stuff.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Got me a Warren Dunn. Wait, it's right here.
Nice.
I remember watching him. And the football nowadays, I don't watch football because, god damn, the last time I watched football, they were crying about I got hit too hard. That's Dalton Hillard. I don't know who that is. From the Saints. Byron Evans. These cards have been in this pack forever. Courtney Kenny, and it's like a $10. They're like they advertise it as a $10 grade free one. You know, Jeff Bryant. I don't know who the fuck that is. Rich Gannon. You remember Rich Gannon?
No.
I like the Oakland Raiders. That's why. They fucking suck. They have always sucked since I've always liked them, but it's like liking the Browns, man. Brian Bernade. I don't know who the fuck that is. Look, I actually got a Houston Texans card right here, actually. What was this? Freddie Joe Nunn. Phoenix. I don't even know any of these fucking players. Anybody besides just like two of them I know. And then here we go. We got Ahmed Green. That's Houston, Texan. Then New York Jets. You know what would be nice to get the Julius Jones. Here we go. Get some Cowboys in here. He sucked. Greg Ellis. Didn't he get popped for weed? I want to say he got popped for weed or drunk driving. One of the two. Travis Henry, don't know you. Jared Allen, don't know you. Derek Johnson. And then we're going to go back into some. See, these are the newer ones right here. They got the holographic little shit in it. Nice finish. Then it throws back into some older ones right here.
No, geez, that is an older design.
And Sean Jones, I don't know who the fuck that was, but for the Raiders, damn, that was really old. Carl, these people did nothing. Dwight Stibson. Do you ever listen to Crime and Sports?
No.
John Spagnoli, I know that name. Keith Davis. Jim McMahon. That's an old ass card. James Jones from the Lions. You ever listen to any kind of podcast?
Not really. I usually I don't have a whole lot of time to listen into a lot of stuff. So I mean, when I do have a chance, usually I'm stopping by to see what other people I know that are running their channels and everything. I stop by to see what they're doing when I have the opportunity. Yeah, but usually I don't have time. I mean, between trying to get stuff together for the shows that I'm already doing with Vinny, and then taking care of the guinea pigs and everything else in the house I'm doing, like working on the dioramas, I usually don't have a lot of time to listen into stuff like that.
Yeah, dioramas. I want to start doing that this year, is getting into dioramas.
They're such a time sink.
Yeah, it seems like they are. I was looking at some cards earlier today, and I'm like, man, how can you even tell what's worth anything anymore?
Well, the problem is with a lot of the trading cards, and this is like right across the board, a lot of them took a huge freaking hit like about 3.5, 4 years ago. And a lot of the values just dropped on a lot of stuff. Like I remember I used to have tons of like Pokemon, which I wound up giving to my daughter. I had a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, and then a whole bunch of these different type of trading cards from anywhere from DC and Marvel cards to like old TV show cards, and a lot of them don't have any value whatsoever. I mean, shit, I even found some 1970s Elvis cards that my parents had, and they don't even have any value. I mean, and these things were like they were clean. They're really clean looking. No value at all whatsoever to them.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So talking about cards, I have some old school WWF 80s cards. See, with those, you could find the old wrestlers and get them to autograph that shit. The ones that are still alive that haven't overdosed yet or died off of what I like to call drug heart. It's just a natural thing of, being in that sport. You're going to have drug heart, or being a rock star, you're going to die of drug heart, which is doing too many drugs and heart explodes with old age. How the fuck has Keith Richards not died of that?
That son of a bitch isn't human. He's a lizard person.
Fucking something, dude. Motherfucker looks like death. I'll do it right off screen so I can't get in trouble. Now, the cards that come in we got to talk about the Batmobile, the Bat Cycle, the animated series. That's a piece of shit. Don't buy it. You put Batman on it, he rips the fucking handlebars clean off first time. No bullshit.
That's that wonderful McFarlane freaking engineering.
I was like, what the fuck? I go to take it back, and they're like, you must have not got this here. I don't know where they got it. They possibly could have got it at a comic book shop. You know what I mean? But that's where my mom goes sometimes. Casey Hampton, never heard, and it's a special card. Nobody knows who the fuck this is. All right, here we go. Here goes a card that looks all special for a coach, probably. I don't know. Who's Eddie George, the New Orleans playoff? One of them holographic kind of cards. Yeah, but so when you buy any McFarlane toy, they have the cards that come with it. What's the point of that shit? Why do I want a card of a toy I bought? Now, am I going to buy a toy and one of the cards are going to be fucking, special cards? Like, are they going to be autographed? Or is it just there?
You want to talk about cards coming with toys, the most ridiculous shit that I ever seen. And I forget the name of the company that made these things. So they put out some Yu-Gi-Oh figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would think with Yu-Gi-Oh figures that they would have some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh card in there that actually pertained to the figure. No, they literally just have a card that has the Yu-Gi-Oh backing with just a cartoon picture of the figure on it. And that's it. It doesn't even look like it would be a playable card at all. Like, at least make it look like it could have been a playable card or something interesting, but that's not what they did. It was like so retarded. And then the figures themselves were just horribly freaking engineered.
I think I'm gonna get this one graded. It's Santa as a football player. It's fucking cool. His number is 25. But yeah, dude. So whenever I get a Batman figure, you have a great night, man.
Yeah, take care.
Or the card that comes with it, it's not autographed. It's just a fucking base card. It's not holographic. Like, why the fuck do I want it? Why are you even putting it in there? Wait. We got Donovan McNabb card. Look at that. Donovan McNabb. He did nothing. I know him from Campbell's fucking soup commercials. All I know that fool from. What about you? How's Phil Sims?
Freaking hated the Eagles.
Damn, that fool's a fucking living ghost. A reflection on his fucking picture. Oh, that's what Dennis Fitzpatrick. There we go, and we got a rookie card of someone no one ever heard of. Keith Sims, rookie card. This is on back with rookie.
Yeah, it's funny. Some of those rookie cards, some of them they had value and then lost value. I remember that freaking Eric Lindros when he first came into the NHL. His rookie card was worth some money, and I had his rookie card, and then after he made an early exit, like all of a sudden his rookie card for the longest time was not worth a damn thing. Like it just dropped in value.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, I got a Cowboys backup quarterback, Danny White. Why the fuck you make a backup quarterback? Actually, I don't know if he's a backup quarterback, but the motherfucker looks. I don't remember nobody ever named Danny White. Matter of fact, if you watch Cowboys, you would. I mean, like I've watched them my whole life, and that's pretty much it. On these cards, we got Pro Bowl. Who's this? Jackie Slater, Tennessee Rams or T Rams. Oh fuck. All those cards suck. I got like 2 good ones, one holographic and one Santa.
Maybe you can get something out of the holographic one. Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably worth $1. So, what diorama sets you've been making?
Well, I'm actually working on one for somebody I can't really talk about because you just never know if they're listening. The other one that I'm working on is I'm still finishing up my brick wall. It's supposed to be like an alley scene. I've run into a snag and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the 2 side walls because I want to do the way I'm making them is I want to make them 3/4 dioramas. This way, when I put my camera on it, I don't get anything else but the diorama scene. That's why I want to do the 3/4. So I've got that one. It's halfway done. Got the base and I got the back wall completely finished. And then the other one that I'm working on is a snow scene. So it could be for Christmas or just anything that's like snow related.
I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. I could ramble because I'm good at it. Now, I tell you what, working on those dioramas is a lot of work, but it's very rewarding just sitting there working on this shit. Because once you get to the point where you've created something that you think looks pretty damn good, that part is awfully rewarding. So just taking the time, and it doesn't even take a whole lot of money to invest to get started to freaking work on dioramas. You freaking go to like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or something like that and just pick up some Pink Panther foam board. 2x2 foam board, and that's where you could start with the basis of any diorama. It's so damn easy to work on. I watch a lot of people, and I know a lot of people like to use razor knives to cut and everything in patterns. I actually found that if I use the wood burning tip, I can create some really interesting designs like I did with the brick wall design for the alley scene that I was working on. Wood burning tip, just burn right through everything, create nice little bricks. You can use that to create like cracks and everything else. It's so damn easy. And it gives that nice 3D pop pattern to the damn wall when you're finished and you paint it. Love that shit. But everything to work on those things is actually relatively cheap, surprisingly.
I was thinking about doing that myself I want to do one for the Turtles and one for the Transformers. Because I have some flying ones and shit like that. And mainly the G1s. I don't really care for the new shit. Like going forward, like I was saying earlier, I'm not going to be buying a lot of comics in 2024. I'll stick with the one series called The Sickness. I don't know if you know anything about it.
I've heard of it. That's about as far as it goes.
It would be a great show if you could get somebody to do it right. And some people out there, they do have the ability to do it. Not everybody's too incompetent. But I would probably it'd probably be interested better with somebody on the fucking internet. Like a YouTuber. Like how there's better fan made Star Wars than there is Star Wars shit.
I know. I believe me, I know. I've looked at some of that stuff and I was like, damn, that's some really good shit they're doing. Like they were doing the one guy was doing the series called Bucketheads. That's a fun watch. One guy did one called Darth Maul Apprentice. Excellent, excellent freaking fan made film. And there's a bunch more on top of that, but holy shit, like so the work that some of those guys do, just amazing. And you wonder, with these people with these little low budgets working these fan films, why the hell can't these people in Hollywood even put out something that is like
A
somewhat
tenth of that.
entertaining?
These people in Hollywood don't fucking care. They're just greedy bastards.
No, I think it goes beyond that. I think they're purposely sabotaging a lot of this shit. I mean, they want people to feel like there's no hope. I mean, that's my personal opinion because there's just no way that many people are that incompetent on accident.
No, it's not on accident. It's purposely driven. And they got over Christmas. I saw they had like what was it, a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Knife. Like fucking a. They just do anything to take a turn and turn it into a shitty horror movie.
You
Shitty.
know, that's something else. I mean, and I talked about this for a very long time. It's the fact that they have no kind of they have no creativity left whatsoever. Like everything has to be a rehash of something that came out before. And I just seen somebody was posting about, oh, what do you think about Bill Skarsgård doing Nosferatu? And like, why would you need to do that movie again? It's already been done a number of damn times. Why does it need to be done again for a more modern audience? Like, why? It's you people that creatively bankrupt that that's all you have is going
Last
back
one
and
got
rehashing old movies.
the last one got done. I think Adrian. No, it was what's the name in it?
Willem Dafoe was the last one I remember.
William Defoe, and that shit was funny. That shit was a good movie. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but like it had its parts. Just the fucking whole bit of who he was, and I don't know, I like William Defoe. He's a fucking idiot. He needs to be
He was
praised.
pretty hilarious. Did you ever see Streets of Fire?
Yeah, you know
I
what I
love
did
that
like?
movie.
I haven't watched in a little bit. Was Death to Smoochie, and that had Robin Williams and the dude from Fight Club, Edward Norton. You ever seen that one?
I think I have, but I don't vividly remember it. I'm sure I have seen. I'm sure if I started watching, I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this.
It's one where they were fighting for their Saturday morning show or whatever, and Robin Williams ends up getting the show back from Smoochie, or he loses his show to Edward Norton, and Robin Williams goes to like crazy links to go ahead and get him canceled, and he goes ahead and makes these penis shaped cookies for the show, and he's all like, "Look, everybody!" Edward Norton's like, "They're rocket ships," and he's like, "No, they're fucking penises." It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I'm like, that was a funny fucking movie, dude. That was a great movie. That was original. That's the kind of shit I like. Like from a bong like we call it, little $20 bong. Um, what else was I gonna say? I played RoboCop last night. That game was pretty fucking dope. Did you see me do that? Did you see
Yeah,
me?
I caught you were playing that one.
It was a fucking fun game.
Yeah,
My son,
I was going to say that a lot of the graphics in it looked really good, but there was a few parts in there where RoboCop's walking that looked really janky.
yeah, he looked fucking weird. Like fucking weird. I was like, what's that about? And I don't know why they gave me a copyright claim on the fucking shit. They're like, or yeah, I think it's a claim saying the music playing. I don't understand that. If I'm streaming a game, I'm not in control of what the fuck the game's playing. And how am I supposed to know it's copyrighted? Fucking idiots.
Well,
I mean,
they were doing that same shit with people that were playing like any of the GTA games, or if they were playing Saints Row that had the music on the radios in the cars, and people had to mute during those scenes.
yeah, they still do it. Even on Fortnite. If I play Fortnite, I get that shit. My son played Fortnite. He had like fucking 40 views, and it was like copyright problem. And they said I need to take it down or dispute it. And I was like, fuck y'all. They'll do anything. Yeah.
No, I just got a copyright claim pretty recently, so I did the my version of 12 Days of Christmas with 6 pigs, or no, 6 days of Pigmas.
Yeah,
And
I saw that.
the music I used wasn't really held by anybody. Yet some guy who did a parody of the 12 Days of Christmas called the 12 Days of COVID, or 12 something, something to that nature. He hit the company that was doing copyright claims, put a claim against me for me doing a parody of a parody, I guess in their words, of 12 Days of Christmas. Like they owned it. I was like, what? Like, how is a parody of 12 Days of Christmas putting a claim against me for me doing a parody of it? Like, how does that even make sense?
But I
They
don't
still
understand
haven't.
how you
They
got time
still
to fucking know.
they still haven't answered my dispute, and I guarantee they won't. It's gonna go to full 30 days, and then the claim is just going to be dropped. But it's just the point that they're trying to agitate me for 30 days.
But who has time to sit there and do that? That's my question. Who has that much time to sit there and be like, ah, you got my shit. I'm gonna go ahead and copyright you. Fucking asshole. I don't think that's funny.
Well, that's why a lot of these people, they get these companies to do it, and these companies will just go after anybody, and whether they really own the the copyright or not, they will just
Yeah.
go after people anyway. I had one of those early on my channel for music I did myself, no less. So I made like my own version of a TV show, music. I did my own version. It was obviously different. The cadence was different, and it was off, and it wasn't even in the exact same pitch. And they leveled a claim against it anyway and claimed that they owned the rights. Well, I fought it, and of course, they couldn't prove that they own it, and they had to drop the claim. But then they turned around and claimed something again afterwards. And like, YouTube just doesn't even bother to say, okay, well, you've had all these false claims. You're not allowed to claim anymore. You would think that they would do something like that. Nope. They put all the power in the claimant, regardless of whether they're bullshit or not. And that's one of the things that just irritates the living shit out of me, what you do.
Man, fucking, that's some bullshit. And I'm just, I don't know. Like, so was trying to tell me I need to get my watch time hours up to get monetized. I'm like, what for? So they can take 33% of my fucking 10 cents I'm gonna get. I was just making videos just to fucking do it. My kid said he wanted to fucking have a YouTube channel. I got him to 1,000. He can do whatever he wants with whenever I'm done fucking off with it. He jumps on it and he does a lot of video game shit. I don't care.
No, I mean that's the number one reason you always start to do this stuff is you're doing it for fun. And I think along the way, a lot of people, they get the dollar signs in their eyes, and then they're thinking like, oh well, this could be my little cash cow if they just, yeah, they just lose sight of why they're doing it to begin with, first off, and then they get so wrapped up in what they have to do to please the algorithm that they stop having fun. And a lot of those people, I just stopped watching them.
I'm just gonna sell toys and shit like I've been doing. Like I just sell the shit I have, and I'm gonna try getting. You know, that's how I see it's the best way to make money. YouTube will never make me that much money, and I don't give a fuck.
I always said, if it ever got to the point where YouTube started generating money, I would be more than happy if for all the money I put out for StreamYards and for my video editing software for the extras to do videos and stuff like that, I would be more than happy that whatever I got off YouTube would be enough to cover that. If I break even and I'm not spending anything to do YouTube, I would be satisfied with that.
Yeah, I feel you on that because I spent a few dollars on editing app. It's like $30. But every week, you get on the Google Play Store, you get redeemable little points, and I've been cashing those in for some dollars here and there, and I save that to use towards buying shit. I don't think everybody knows to get that. I mean, not everybody does have a fucking Android too. They got the iPhone, and I'm all about using some reward programs to benefit me because I'm buying shit anyway. If you want a picture of the receipt, I'll take a picture of the receipt. Fuck it, give me 8,000 points out of the 10,000 to buy PlayStation shit or fucking toys.
I mean, it's the same thing like any business that you go to, and I don't care where it is. So, obviously with the guinea pigs, I'm going to the pet store quite often. So, the one pet store I go to, they actually had a reward system. So you get this little membership thing for the reward, and you wind up getting almost much back in discounts. Actually, usually you can wind up getting over in discounts more than what you're paying for the membership. So it's like, but a lot of the other ones, they do have like the free cards, like Ollie's. I go to Ollie's enough that we have a card for there too, and we sometimes get extra discounts or stuff in there with the rewards card. So if they have it, why not? I mean, you should always look into that shit.
Fuck yeah, especially if you don't have to pay for it. I'm like, oh man, I'm a firm believer that within the next next 2 years, games will be going up, like video games, because I have a son. They'll be going up to at least, I want to say at least 110 for a minimum, and 160 just for a game with a fucking Game Pass.
Yeah, I
And
recall people losing their minds when video games started costing $60 a game.
I remember that because
I remember that like because people were so used to like $35 to $40 or so for a game, and then all of a sudden they were like $60. Like, oh, this is getting too expensive. Now look at the damn things; they just keep going up.
and I remember that because it was PlayStation fucking 3 had came out, and they had the Blu-ray, and Xbox didn't, and Xbox had been out, and PlayStation's like, our games are $60. PlayStation is, we got a Blu-ray disc. It's newer technology. You're gonna pay for a little bit of a scratch-resistant disc for the most part. You can take their disc when PlayStation 3 and 4 were out. You can take the disc and scratch it along the wall and fucking just wipe off the scratches. And I was like, no way. Well, I used to work for PlayStation doing promotions and shit. They pay me like $200 an hour to do promotions for them and design shit. And that was a pretty smart idea. And the stores would hit you with those. You want to get a warranty for $2 for you didn't need it. People would buy into it. But Xbox, man, you fucking put it in the damn case wrong, you get a scratch on it, and you're fucked. And they were like, "No, our games are $60." I was like, "That's bullshit." That's one of the reasons why I stopped fucking with the Xbox. Jacking games up for no reason on their end, knowing like they had good fucking games to begin with. But I was like, that game, the RoboCop, the cop was 30% off. I got the fucking uh, Star Wars Jedi for free. That shit was so funny. She just she literally opened the case to the thing, the game, and put it in the bag and proceeded to scan sodas. I was like, all right, I'll take a free game. And then I got fucking Spider-Man 2 for $30. So I'm never paying full price for shit. But I still don't want to pay full price. Like even I don't like buying new games because they go on sale within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They'll be on sale. Like my son was all like, "Go get the new Call of Duty." I'm paying $80 for that shit. It'd be on sale in a few days, and it was, and I still didn't get it because it's trash.
I remember a time when people used to get so excited about games, there'd be all kinds of like pre-order sales, and people
Yep.
would be picking up the night of release. I mean, you don't really see that kind of stuff that much anymore,
And
and
here's the thing.
that just tells you where the video game industry is going.
Here's the thing. Anime is popular. One Piece and Demon Slayer are very popular animes. Go find that game. Go find a brand new copy to either one of those, One Piece or fucking Demon Slayer. You have to order it off the internet. That's just fucking weird to me. You can't go to Best Buy and pick up. You have to travel and figure out which Best Buy has shit. Go to Target, try getting games. It's all gone. They have like 8 games there you can choose from.
Yeah,
Uh,
Vinny was talking about like the ever quickly disappearing physical media as far as video games are concerned too. I mean, we've seen it coming with DVDs because a lot of us watched CDs disappear out of all the stores.
Yep.
It's just a matter of time, just a matter of time, you know. And this whole thing, like, while streaming is so much easier, yeah, but guess what? They can mess with everything on a streaming service, so you're not even going to get the original experience.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right on that. Like, okay, so have you seen the new South Park? It makes
No,
so
no.
it's the new one. It's on Paramount also, but it's not suitable for children. Randy Marsh has got on OnlyFans. Stan's dad, and his wife ends up getting on OnlyFans, and he's like, "Holy shit, she got 3,000 fans in a week. How the hell did she get that many?" Well, she's a woman, dude. He's over there pouring like, what is it? That drink Prime, Prime drink. He's basically pouring that on his dick, and he's over there trying to cross trend, and he's telling everybody that are like the influencers and advertisers. They're like, "What do you want to get out of this?" "I want to beat my wife on Instagram and Facebook." The fuck? It's still a good show, but in a few years they're gonna cut a lot of that shit out, or it's just not gonna be available to watch because it's so. He's talking about beating his wife, and that not in the sense of physically doing it, but that's how it's perceived as. And it's just funny as hell because all the dudes are thinking he wants to beat the shit out of this woman on Instagram and not get in trouble. Then one guy's like, "You could beat your wife all day and night, and never go to jail." Like, what the fuck? And like I said, in a few years that won't be there. And you can't even find. You're not gonna be able to find it on DVD or anything. It's just gonna be a flushed down the memory hole. And South Park, they used to have. This is the reason why I stopped fucking with South Park. They started on VHS. They went to DVD. Then I had to buy it on Blu-ray. I was like, no, I'm fucking done.
That's
Because
well, that's kind of why anytime I see something I really know that I want to get on a physical copy, and I wind up running across one, I usually just pick it up because you just never know if it's going to be there the next time. There was
yeah,
a few of the older movies, like I had a really difficult time tracking them down. So it was Jekyll and Hyde Together Again was one of them, and the other one was Zorro the Gate Blade.
fuck. Last time I looked, Ben Hur was $150 for a fucking Blu-ray. Like what? Because it's so hard to find. It's not like you can just go out and you can find you a copy of Ben-Hur, and the other ones where they would fight the hydras and shit like that. Those old movies like that, those are really hard to find. They're really expensive. I was like, that's crazy. But you just can't go out and pick shit up no more. And now they're bringing back what, tapes and records.
Well, records actually started coming back in vogue. That's another one that started coming back in vogue like 4+ years ago.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, though, some of those records, I've seen what they're doing with some of them on these, basically re-releases of some of them, and they're absolutely fantastic. So
Now I've seen some of them to where like you remember those things you would flip upside down, the sand would hit the water, and it fucking make it the sand trickle down. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm sorry, I missed that. The wife asked me something.
You know how they used to have those pictures of sand and water, and you'd flip it upside down. And
Oh yeah.
I've seen a record like that. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
The craziest one I've seen, and I like the movie, but I just hate Disney. Nightmare Before Christmas. I like that one. I thought it was funny. They have a record where it's got Jack and Sally and all these different characters running around the record, but when you play it, they're actually become moving scenes.
Yeah, I was watching somebody show that, and they projected it to make it look like it was a 3D image.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking neat. And I was like, my mom, matter of fact, we found that record in the store a few weeks ago, and she bought it. The lady did not put it in the fucking bag. She was asking us a lot of questions about that record, too. She's like, why you want this one? Why you want another one? I was like, because, Nightmare Before Christmas and blah, blah, blah. She didn't put it in the bag. I was like, maybe she got sidetracked asking all the questions about it. But we went back to get it, and they didn't have it. Like, fucking A. Like you said, they don't always have it. If you find the one, you got to get it. Like Highlander, the one.
Hey, what up, Nick?
What's up, Nick? Shit, he just dropped by real quick. That's pretty dope. Yeah, everybody passed out at my house around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, my wife had only just gotten home from work.
So actually, my 10-year-old stayed up for all night last night until 4 o'clock, right when his dinner was ready. And then he passed out and didn't eat dinner. I tried waking his ass up. Like, awesome. Yeah, my brother's buying some of my Transformer toys. I'm getting rid of the which one is it? The Soundwave as a tablet. That thing's fucking cool. And then the Gigawatt from fucking Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, that is actually a really good figure. I had reviewed that a while ago. I added the crossovers from the two movies that I picked up early on. So they had the Gigawatt one, and then they had Electron, which was the Ecto one.
Yeah,
that one, the figure itself is really cool. In the car is really cool when it turns into the Ecto one, but it's got these port-on rubber pieces for it that absolutely do not port onto the damn vehicle, and I lost my mind over that part of it. I'm like, oh, well, like what? It just pissed me off to no end. But yeah, that Back to the Future one is absolutely fantastic. Vinny and I were talking about, we do, Vinny is certain of it. I wasn't 100% sure, but he's probably right that it was nothing but a redesign of, I believe it was Sideswipe.
probably so, because let's get see in the chest. It looks like other. Is it sides? No, I want to say it was the red one.
That sideswipe.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Sun
sideswipe.
Sunstricker was the brother.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. Um, but yeah, you can see it in the chest and the way he stands. It does look like it is sideswipe. But see, my brother's kid, he's big into it. He's like going on fucking 7 years old. He's like really big in Transformers. And my brother went to jail for violating his probation. He told his kid that he was at the Transformer factory making Transformers. And I was like, that's fucked up, Alan. So he asked me to give him some special Transformers, even though he's been out of jail for a minute. So he gave them to him for Christmas. And I was like, I got you. So I got him those two, the 2016 fucking SDCC and that one. He's a fucking kid. He shouldn't have it, but oh well, who cares? Fuck it, it's toys.
I tell you what, there's still a lot of them that they have that I wouldn't mind getting, but it's like anything now with a lot of the collecting stuff. It's getting so damn pricey. It's becoming a pick and choose of what you're going to get.
Yeah, it really is. Like I'm just gonna stick to buying old GI Joe comics and X-Men comics, and I'm not gonna buy anything else. Maybe some Transformer comics, but I'm not gonna buy going forward in 2024 buying anything new. It's like all right, I'll probably buy the for the Mirage Turtle lines. I'll buy the Rat King, and that's probably about it. Like I have no reason to get any more because I have all the turtles. I have bad guys. Oh, Crane. That's. But then I look at that 3 foot tall Crane they got coming out, or you know what I mean, NECA, in the Saturday morning adventures, and I'm like, do I want that?
I don't know. I'd gotten to, Jesus, what it was Casey Jones and the last foot soldier, and
Yeah,
they were both falling apart coming right out of the package. Like I felt like the quality with the animated line from NECA just wasn't there. So the ones I did have, they both went back because my wife had bought me two 2 packs. I forget who the other two were, and I was like, nah. After opening that one, I said these could both go back. I'm just going to stick with the old school Eastman and Laird ones that NECA's doing. They seem like they're a little bit more quality oriented.
yeah, they really do.
But I did finally run into my first NECA figure that fell apart, so that was a joy.
Which one was that?
So the other line that I've been getting from NECA is the Gremlins.
Oh,
So apparently they have one. They only release it once a year, right around Christmas. So it's a very short window of time to be able to pick this one up. So they got Stripe in a Santa outfit, and
I've
it comes
seen
with
that one.
a little tiny gizmo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to move that thing, and the arm right out of the socket. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Took the Santa outfit on, look in there. So the mushroom peg for the arm, in the inside where it would pour in, it's just all chewed up. It was like it was defective from the factory. I was like, wow. So wife went to take it back since I think I had the toy stream that night. So she was taking it back to Target. Of course, they didn't have any more. So it was just like, she got the money back and just spent it on guinea pig food instead.
Yeah, I mean, the one I had was the Mummy, the old school Mummy.
Mm-hmm.
The head, I go to pull it off, and the fucking ball was stuck in the fucking head.
Uh,
I was like, "What the fuck?" And I tried putting it on the other one, and it fell off. And then I had that Batman the animated series. All right, Batman does not last in my house because we have this dog named Buddy. Every year I get my kids a Batman toy, because it's Batman. They like fucking want to be a cop. One of them wants to be a cop, so I get them Batman toys and shit. Fucking Buddy every year. Shoots an arm off, a leg, bites his fucking head off. He bit the damn animated Batman to shit, bit its head off, but didn't just bite his head off. He chewed that ball so you can't put another fucking head on it. It's like, you bastard ass dog. Love it when they do that. That's a downfall on having his ass. I don't know. I think it was him because he always does it, but it could be the old dog thing. He really doesn't do it that often, but it's a possibility. I don't think Gator does it because he just knows. He's fucking. He's done chewing on shit at his age. I just can't afford to fucking. I was looking to take it back too, and I was like, I don't have the receipt. I go to take it back. They're like, no, you can't return nothing no more. Oh, fuck y'all. I hate that. You 5 times and that's all you can return. Then they have limits. Like if you have anything over $80, you can't return it. And I was like, nah. Like I bought the Transformers MP Prime,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like $128, but his hands didn't open, and it said opening hands and everything like that. The fingers didn't move right, and I went to take it back. They're like, no, we can't give you no money back on it. We can give you $80 of it back. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've had a few. Well, I've had quite a few that went back to Target. So luckily, they've never given me any shit about my returns. But I know the problem with some of these stores too is they don't mark things properly. So one of the figures I wound up picking up from the Eastman and Laird was the Fugitoid.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just a standard Fugitoid. Turns out it was a signature series one.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's stupid too because it's not even a real signature. It's just a printed signature. So it's like, really? You're charging, it was like, what was it? Like $60 more for a printed signature? Or you got to be kidding me. Yeah, so I didn't even realize it because I was in a rush to get out of the store. So I just went through a self-checkout line and I just didn't even look at it. I just paid and I walked out and I'm looking at the receipt. As I come into the house, I'm like, why the hell was this so high? And I'm looking, I see signature. I was like, what? Signature? And I look at it, $99 for that? That shit went back the next day. I was like, shit, nope. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh, well, some
okay.
reason. I say, yeah, because it wasn't properly marked and I had no clue that this was signature series. And they're like, oh, well, you could have scanned it. I said, your scanners weren't working. And I was in a rush to get out of there. And I had to go through the self-checkout. How was I going to check the price then?
Yep. On Target, their scanners barely ever work.
Well, they work now, at least in my store. So they replaced all the old shitty scanners they used to have with these things that look big, like big giant iPads with the scan underneath, and they work great. But
when I worked there, when I left working there, I got fired because they took my name off the schedule and they told me that they didn't need me no more. I said, okay. They called me on my birthday when I was in Colorado, and they asked me to come in. I mean, they begged me to come in. I said, it's impossible. I'm in Colorado. I can't come in. And I told y'all that I was going to be going to Colorado just in case this fucking happened. And so they never had me come back. But one of the girls I knew working there, she posted pictures of fucking rat traps with roaches and rats just dead underneath the fucking clothes. And no one ever changed them. She's like, day 3, boom. Day 4. I was like, that's fucked up. She's like, yeah, I told them. And then they ended up firing her because she was doing that. It's like, damn. Yeah, they got lazy. Some of them, they get lazy. I go to Target because it's a cleaner store than Walmart, but some of them have been really lazy lately, and I don't know if it's just because it's that time of the year or they're just becoming lazy and not caring because people are stealing so much more, and you can clearly see they are because the employees walk out following people.
I know that one of the Targets we had down here was pretty. I wouldn't say it was as nasty and dirty as a Wally World, but it was getting pretty close. And I didn't like going there shopping unless I had an idea that they might have something that I was looking for that my other two stores didn't have. Yeah, one day I went there though, and apparently there was enough complaints, man. They freaking remodeled the whole damn store. I was like,
Yeah, it's always nice when they do that for a few months. I still can't believe that's so funny. Fucking hobo jumped out on me. I swear he may have fucking slept in Walmart. I went in there. It was like during the pandemic. I was one of the first people to walk in Walmart, and this hobo just jumps out of the fucking shirts talking shit. And he's like, "You with the fucking glasses? Fuck you, motherfucker!" And I was looking around. I was high as a motherfucker. Looking around. I was like, "Bitch, are you fucking talking to me?" He goes, "No, I'm not talking to you." And then like I come back with like some shit for the baby and some drinks and shit. And I'm trying to hurry the fuck up. And this motherfucker again running towards me, yelling at this point. And I'm about to drop everything, and fucking security guards come take his ass away.
I was waiting to hear that you were going to drop everything and Sparta kick his ass.
I was, dude. And I know I would get no trouble for it. Fuck. The motherfucker jumped out of the clothes like there's no way he was in there before me.
See, I sometimes have the hair trigger.
Yeah.
Somebody jumps out, I might swing.
Fucking kid, dude. Just appeared like a fucking ghost out of thin air this morning. I was like, what the fuck, you son of a bitch? He goes, you're getting easier to scare. I was like, no, you're just quiet. And he snuck up on my ass right there. He always tries to scare me. He's like, I can't scare you for shit. Because I'm ready. I'm scared of shit. Except when people just come sneaking up on my ass. I'm like, so I go over to my father-in-law's house sometimes. And then he needs some help. And he's like, I didn't even hear you coming, David. I'm 6'2", 220 pounds. How the fuck you not hear me coming? I'm clumsy as shit. You can hear me coming a mile away. I trip over my own fucking feet.
Now I'm constantly walking up on the wife, and yeah, 9 times out of 10. Ah!
Oh yeah. I do that to the wife. The baby does that to the wife, and Vinny does that to the wife. She's gonna die of a fucking heart attack.
I'm still sitting right around 230. I've been trying to, I think I got down to 227. I'm trying to get back down to 225 again, but I've always been pretty quiet on my feet though. So,
I'm not gonna lie. The secret to losing weight is some cocaine.
I know what the secret is, and I've done it before. Like years and years and years ago, they diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
And they wanted to put me on that stupid metformin shit and all that crap. Well, like, look, I don't want to take freaking poison because that's all it is. And then years later, you find out I was absolutely right. That shit was poison. It was causing cancer and everything else. And they're still prescribing it, though. You take your garbage. You'll be fine once you're pushing up daisies. But no, I went on this crash diet because I refused to accept their idea of how to get well from it. Started taking like turmeric and stuff like that, using saffron powder, which is basically turmeric as well. And I completely revamped my diet, and I've removed anything that had sugar in it. I removed like all breads for the first 2 or 3 months. In less than 5 months, not only at the time did I drop like 50 pounds, I wound up reversing the type 2 diabetes within 5 months.
Damn.
And it was mostly like eating like clean chicken and stuff like that. Chicken on the bone. You buy from the grocery store and cook it yourself. Like all this stuff is like more natural stuff. You know what I mean? Like just straight like good meat products, brown rice. Yeah, lost tons of weight.
I was up to 260.
That's right around where I was. I was a little over 265 when they hit me with the type 2.
maybe 280. And I was just like, oh, I need to lose some weight. So I just called my homeboy and I bought like a 30 bag of some Coke twice a week.
That's the expensive diet.
Hey, go because I didn't buy anything else all day for a few days and just did it in the morning and the whole day fly through and crashed out at the night. Just drank water all day long and boom, I lost all that weight.
Jesus, you get on that like drinking water or just drinking like really like plain stuff like even now I will not put sugar like I have tea, and everybody's you want sweet tea. I'm like, no, I can't drink sweet tea anymore. It makes me sick. So I have like unsweetened tea and stuff, and I can't go near soda because it tastes like maple syrup to me. It's so damn thick. I
Yeah,
don't know if you've run into that like drinking water for a long enough time.
no, I have my dad. Oh god, my father. He had 120 heart attacks before he died. And he had a pacemaker in and everything. They were recorded. He'd go to the hospital all the time. He had major heart attacks. He had like 8 at one time. And the doctors were like, don't touch him, wait. I was like, that's fucking funny. He's like, oh God. He'd be so mad because we laughed at him when he come out. Like, fucking, you see your face, Dad. You're all like, ugh. And, I learned then that I had to do something about my heart, but I can't just keep doing coke because your heart's going to be bad from doing coke. They say there's a time and place for drugs, and I was always like, yeah, it's called college, and it is because like, what the fuck are you going to learn at college? Are you going to be a doctor? Are you going to be a fucking lawyer? No, then you're not learning shit. Sorry.
Well, you see what the future doctors have turned into now. You see them all over Twitter. Usually they're burning something down.
Burning shit down, yeah, or raping people, or smashing people's head in with bricks. Fucking A, it's just insane how people can get away with all that shit. Then you're the bad guy because you point it out, or you point out the skin color, or you point out the patterns. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'll say it to people's face.
And then they tell you, you're racist.
Bitch, yes, I am. My grandfather is a Nazi. I don't give a fuck. Really, he was. My grandfather went to school with the Chef Boyardee dude. There's one thing people didn't know about. Chef Boyardee was in the Nazi schools. That's crazy, huh? That's some
No,
nasty shit.
nothing is surprising anymore.
Oh, but I'm guessing it was the OK Nazis because they were Ukrainian. I used to tell my wife that all the time, like, yo, those are Nazis, those Ukrainians. How do you know? I was like, I know what the fucking Gestapo symbol looks like. I'm aware of what the fucking, Third Reich symbolism is. My grandfather was in the Third fucking Reich. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's, and it all came out. She's like, how did you know all that? Never mind. I'd tell everybody that. I'm like, nah, here, I'm gonna make this prediction. Well, I'm gonna say this even gonna come out next year. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, they're gonna try pushing video games to have ads in them, even if you have a fucking disc. Because that's why they're pushing to take away the physical media. They're looking to put ads in every fucking thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. And here's another thing. We actually discussed this before about a lot of these video games, even the physical media ones. They're not fully physical media anymore. Really, when you think about it, like most of
Yeah.
these newer games you need an internet connection to be able to play them. I remember when the last GTA game came out, 5. When I first got it, there was 8 gigabytes worth of information that had to be downloaded to your Xbox. That because I got it on Xbox, 8 gigabytes of information had to be downloaded to Xbox before you could even play the disc.
Yep.
That means that game was number one, was not complete. It wasn't a full game on that disc. And number two, they're telling you we could shut your game off anytime we want by taking this ability to be able to access that data that allows the game to run.
Yep. Yeah, because those discs have a little bit of information that run the game, but everything else is pretty much downloaded off the internet now. The patches and everything.
That's why you're going to watch a lot of these older systems. I mean, they've been going up in value anyway. And I remember watching it years ago when it first started happening. It's like 2012 when a lot of these older games just started going up in value. My brother had like an old Sega Saturn, and he just wanted to get rid of it. He didn't want it anymore. So he sent me a whole bunch of the discs, mailed them all down to Florida because he was living up in Jersey with my parents when, they were still alive. And he mailed me all these discs, and I started selling them on eBay for him. And some of those discs were selling for over $100 some odd a piece. I was like, holy shit, really? Really? For these old ass games like that you couldn't sell back in the day to a GameStop because they wouldn't take them? Like They wouldn't even give you $5 for them. These things are selling for $100 some odd. And I think you're going to see a lot of the older systems. It's going to be like that. Like the older system's going to be worth money. The older game's going to be worth money. Why? Because people can't play some of the games they want to anymore because these companies keep changing them, or they keep just taking away their ability to be able to play. Because okay, well, you said something we don't like in a chat room or something, so we're going to take your ability to play this game away. So I think you're going to see an even bigger resurgence in the retro style gaming stuff with the actual physical games that actually have the full games. I think you're going to see a huge resurgence in that. And anybody who has some of these old systems and these old games, they're going to be able to profit off those things.
Oh yeah. People do have a lot of libraries, and it does go up. I was looking at a Nintendo. Just for Nintendo games, they're like $100 just for the disc, the cartridge. I'm like, fuck, 100+ with the box.
I tell you what, if some of these people are, if they got the means to be able to do it, if they can figure out a way to freaking burn their original discs and make copies to sell, they could make a killing.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I've got to get up in a couple of hours. I appreciate hanging out with you tonight.
No, man. Congrats on 1,000.
Thank you.
And the Guinea Pig Collective also finally hit a milestone tonight. Oh, well, technically yesterday as well, last night. YouTube released some of the suppression on us, and we finally hit 1,800.
Congratulations, Tommy.
No, thank you. It's been a long freaking road, man. But yeah, congrats on that 1,000. It's a difficult number to finally hit. It's all uphill and downhill from here.
It is. I'll find some things people will want to watch. I'll get some things going. I'm gonna try doing this on Friday nights going forward. Friday night litas and smoking weed, talking shit about the week.
Yeah, well, as long as I'm available, man, I'm usually willing to come and hang out. So,
well, I appreciate it, man. You have a great night, Tommy.
No, you as well. Anybody still watching the chat? Hope that you have a great night. And some of you guys watching on the replay, have an awesome one, and Piggly New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year to y'all. I'm not gonna be doing much for the rest of the week. I might stream a game or two, but I'm gonna call it for the 2023. I'll be back around January.
Yeah, good riddance, 2023.
Oh yeah, we'll see this next second year with this shit. You think the election's gonna happen?
I think there's going to be a lot of legal battles over it.
They said they put Trump back on the ballot, and they took him off another one. So it's gonna be wild, fucking 2024. Strap in.
I'm ready, locked and loaded.
Alrighty, man. Have a great night, Tommy.
All right, you take care.
That's the wrong button.